Hello, good evening, or whenever you come across this, and happy Valentine's Day. So, welcome to the Daily Oracle. Today, we're going to be pulling cards from the Sacred Rebel Oracle, and that one is by Alana Fairchild. We're going to get cards from the Spirit Animal Oracle, and that's by Colette Baron Reed. And lastly, we'll get a card from The Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein. And then also today, if you want to keep in mind, if you have three questions that you want to formulate in your head, I'm going to open to a page in the Book of Answers and hope that could give you a little bit of guidance on what you're working with. So, as usual, let's get a prayer over these cards, and then we'll draw them out and read the symbolism together. Alrighty. All right, let's do it to it. We're going to first get a message from the Sacred Rebel Oracle for the main energy of the day. All righty, what do we need to know for our best and highest good? For our best and highest good, timeless energy. All right, that feels perfect. Let's see what we get. Main energy of the day. Help us on our path. Help us read the symbolism together. What do we need to know? Boom. Uno y dos. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Matthew! I love you, man. It's so good to see you. Happy Valentine's Day. Dude, we're going to take the one on the bottom too. Oh my goodness. I'm not surprised. It's been quite an interesting 14th day of February. So our first card out is 28, which is quite the sacred number, especially when you consider moon cycles and the female cycles that they're going through every 28 days. Kimba, so good to see you. Welcome in. Happy Valentine's. So first card out, 28, collaborative dreaming. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at how the heart space is 7. Do you see this card that just came out? What? Welcome. So collaborative dreaming, 28, that heart space is being highlighted with that white color of purity right there. And that white color is also then linking up with the third eye of this female right here. And that's like a flower of life. We also have like some kind of like writing or some kind of ancient script that I'm unfamiliar with over here. It looks like planetary alignment of sorts, but this is also a balance of the masculine and the feminine here, like, and they are sharing this dream space together. But it's not only in the upright, but this card mirrors each other. I don't know if you can see that, like we're mirroring in the upright, and then also in we actually, yeah, Seven and I actually did have like a shared dream experience last night. So crazy. I mean, not that crazy. It always blows my mind. I'm always in such awe at the synchronicities of the universe and how then the symbolism comes out on the cards before me. It never stops being astonishing to me that we are so led by spirit. So this collaborative dreaming space, this is happening. It's happening on a grand scale. People are linking up in dream space as warriors for the hearts and souls of humankind, creating a grid pattern, like a crystal grid pattern, a pattern of truth that resonates with purity and fun and love, and a new world that we are creating. And it's like dissolving the cracks of that which no longer serves us as a humanity. Um, and it really is this grand balancing act between the red and the blue, um, in a political realm as well, but also as far as that heart space and that communication is concerned. And so also as far as that root chakra and then our fifth throat chakra is concerned, and how our kundalini then becomes aligned, and then what we actually speak thereafter, whether or not we're speaking it in this realm where we're waking, or we are, speaking it in a telepathic form through dreams and symbols and messages. So this is something that's also, so the dreaming space has also been a theme over the past couple of weeks that has been coming out in the cards, that we need to be or not need to, but do it like you feel it as ever, right? But it could be a good idea for you to keep a dream journal, to become more aware of your dreams, and the more concentration that you put towards that effort and towards that end, the more that you will remember your dreams, and the more lucid they will become, and that astral traveling space, that space we go to every night, whether or not we can recall it, is lifeblood. It's where we come from. It is the most cozy blanket you could ever wrap yourself in. So these things are happening, and becoming aware of them, it will help us heighten in those abilities, and then it will direct us towards the directions. It'll direct us towards where we're headed. And this is all based on cultivating a communication with spirit, and that light inside, that divine spark that dwells within each of us. And sometimes it feels like that gets locked up in like a whole bunch of other programming, but man, what a beautiful thing that it is there. Even the NPCs, right? Okay, so next card that we have out is 3 for inspiration. Gorgeous. Look at all this growth. This is giving me, I'm having major vibrations for huge growth come springtime. And this growth is also going to entail a lot of chaos, like a cacophony of noise and colors, things blooming all over the place, all bidding for our attention. But there is this, again, this illuminated sacred flower of life pattern that's up, and it's like hovering on top of our 7th and crown chakra here, and that is lighting the way. And it's like oh, my fingers are crossing. It's like in the glow of our face, and these, what is that on the side here? They're bees. Oh my gosh, busy bees, creating new, what are they called? Where are my words? Hexagons, new hexagons, building blocks of hexagons and they're filled with the nectar of life, this honey, this sacred knowledge, and this glowing light, and the pollinating of trees, which is this sharing of information. It's like, it's a very sacred back and forth, this connection that you have with the divine. It is bringing you great inspiration. Trace, I love you. Welcome in. I love you. Welcome. So springtime, it's in step with the cycles of nature. It really is a time for birth, a time for growth. And there's so much that's going to be singing around us in the earth, and so much that is going to be drawing our attention towards things that aren't going to necessarily make us bloom. That's why we got to keep in connection with Creator, all right? Keep in connection with that divine force that's guiding us. Keep building those hexagonal boxes filled with the nectar of life, because the inspiration is yours. And well, we have this bright light and like these flowers blooming and these bees that are buzzing around us. There's also like little like electrodes that are like flashing and like linking and firing in our brains here. And it all stems back to this deep purple space behind, which is the wisdom of the unseen, that connection to the moon, the intuition, being very sensitive and trusting on it, relying on it, and taking your time with that. Because here we come up to then the last card for 27, 9 energy, the end of a cycle, receiving. We are always sending and receiving. We are the message. You know, our bodies are like the radio station. And then our spirit is always, you know, sending and receiving. And this, what we are receiving, is it's going to be divine downloads. And it comes after this collaboration and this inspiration to create. And through the creation and the movement of your own energy into the world, it's going to bring you a lot more understanding of your space, your calling, what you're here to do. And this is mirroring this. Okay, it's almost like a feather, but it's not really. It's actually mirroring this weird language on his arm right here. It's like a greater sense. Also, I'm noticing too, when I hold this up, that is on his left arm, and that is where energy comes in through our meridians, and then it flows out, you know, through our whole body, and then flows out through the right. So now we're looking at this same sort of imagery in this feathery, maybe that's ayahuasca that she's drinking, or maybe it's peyote, or maybe it's just, you know, tea that you brewed in the sun, but you're being illuminated by the sun. That's what I'm seeing behind her right there, that raw energy, that masculine energy to move. But then the overwhelming color of this card is green, which is that grounding heart space. So it's an expanse of love, and it's an expanse of this connection to spirit through these downloads. And also I'm feeling called to say that it would be good for us to be really conscious of what it is that we're putting into our bodies on all fronts, what it is that we're eating, what it is that we're drinking, what it is that we're smoking, what it is that we're viewing, what it is that we're listening to. All of these things are going to make you who you are, and where your energy goes, that is what is going to grow, right? Where your energy flows, that is what's going to grow. So man, this is talking about major upgrades and collaboration. And because the first number out too was 28, this is all happening in the perfect cycles of time, right? Wow. So just because of my own experience last night and everything, and because it's the first card, and that's where the stage we're working in right now, this collaborative dreaming, let's read about it in the book. I gotta get a sip, my mouth is dry. Kristen, woo-woo! Welcome in. 2-8, which is also then equals 10, which is then 1, and then that space, the 0 after, starting new cycles. So if you look at this, it's like a 1 to a 3 to a 9. This is all a lot of stuff that's going to be happening in this solar return for you, during this year for you. Man, you know, it's okay to learn new things and realize that maybe the way things that we did before, they're, you know, they had their place in their time, and it's just a beautiful thing that we're able to change our thoughts. And in fact, that really the only thing that we really have control over is our thoughts and how we react to things, and how precious that is. Okay, so 28. Your heart is big enough to dream not only for yourself, but for a new humanity. Imagine a world that is healed with respect, understanding, and with community that fosters life. Even your dreams that relate to you alone will contribute positively to the greater good, because that is the nature of your heart. Your heart naturally and intelligently cooperates in a grand scheme of loving creativity, working to heal the hearts of the world. The heart creates win-win situations that benefit the individual and the collective. You are being asked to honor your growing desire to co-create with conscious, like-minded people. Your collaborative dreaming is a heart-inspired win-win, bringing mutual enhancement to yourself and others. The heart wants to love and be loved. Working with others creatively is a way to allow the heart to grow. It is a chance for you to learn how to honor yourself and others, and to find ways to live and let live, simply by growing and strengthening your active trust in your heart's guidance. You are asked to bear the rough patches that can happen when you work creatively with others. Ideas might clash, and there can be friction, particularly if you have different ways of working. Sometimes big dreams need more fire to ignite them into reality. More fire might require more fiction along the creative path. It is not meant to be a permanent condition, just an aspect of the creative process from which you can learn something useful if you wish. Your guidance is to embrace any experiences of friction or tension within yourself or as you work with another, with compassion, detachment, and tolerance. Creative endeavors, particularly involving groups, can bring up unresolved issues about being valued, heard, or capable. They can also trigger disputes about taking responsibility or inflame insecurities about being cast into unfamiliar roles of leadership or of having to follow. This might happen for you, for others, or for all involved. The stronger the creative energy that flows, the more likely that triggering will take place. It is the nature of creative energy to move in all directions. It doesn't just want to grow one project. Everything that comes into contact with it will grow. That means that the art and the artists are in the process of creation. This can be smooth, but it is more likely to be rough sailing, at least at times. This is not a sign that something isn't working. Far from it. It is more usually a sign that growth is happening and you are feeling the growing pains. This oracle is guiding you to stay in your integrity, honor what you feel, and remember why you choose to open up to group endeavors in the first place, especially if the group involvement becomes complex or challenging. Call on unconditional love each day and evening. It only takes a moment to do. I call on unconditional love. Please help guide me in this project. You are growing through this experience, or will be in the near future, because you are part of a new creative learning program for humanity. This learning program is taking place at a spiritual level, and it requires highly individualistic and creative people to learn to work with each other without compromising who they are in order to reach a common creative goal. It is wonderful, important, and challenging creative and spiritual work. You need a strong sense of self to be able to engage in the process and not lose your voice during the journey. You need a strong enough sense of self to be flexible and know when to bend rather than break. You have to intuit what is going to be a good heart-inspired sacrifice for the greater good and when you will need to stay true to your own voice for the greater good. Only the heart can guide you on these matters, and others may not always agree with your instincts and vice versa. That is part of the challenge of staying present so that the friction created can be channeled into creative energy rather than lost in emotional turmoil. All right, there's much more to read about this, and it's amazing. I'm going to go to the healing process. Imagine a chain of paper dolls, all connected, forming a circle. Imagine that the circle chain of paper dolls can be filled with a beautiful golden light, which begins in the heart of each paper doll. The light shines out and shimmers, making the paper dolls radiant, shining and golden. Imagine a feeling of love, connection, help, and goodwill shining along with the golden light. Stay with that image or feeling as long as it feels good for you. Then simply open your eyes and you have completed your healing process. Dude, that heart energy, it's for real. On Valentine's Day. What? Okay. Well, dang, I really hope that can help you guys on your path. Let's get an animal oracle guide to help us expand on this collaborative dreaming space and these downloads that we're going to be receiving and this great inspiration. All of this noise, what it is we are, growing with. What animal guide can help us on that path, please? And thank you for our best and highest good. What do we need to know? What can help us for our best and highest good? Man, really struggled to shuffle these. I'm going in for one more good shuffle here. Dude, these cards did not want to shuffle today. That's okay. We're going to shuffle them like these and see what we get. What do we need to know? Dove spirit, 21 for 3, that inspiration number again. Collaboration, feminine energy. The purity within. Be peace. You are being called to be peace, to ground inside yourself. The most peaceful place could be just right inside of yourself, through all of the turmoil, through all of the emotions. We are calling to be at peace. So green energy here, we've got sacred mandala up top, blue energy and black energy. So green heart space, coming from that heart space, blue energies of communication, the black energy of the moon and the intuitive energy that we hold. This white energy of purity, of divinity, the crown on top this dove spirit's head, it's calling to your ancestral divinity too, and all of the curses and all of the magical gifts that they have given you, and how that energy flows on either side of our body, you know, the ancestral rivers of energy that go with us everywhere we are. Rising up and taking on that great journey. It's, you know, it's what is it called? It's called the great work. The great work. Learning to be at peace, learning to be the master of our thoughts. So when you're feeling overwhelmed or you're feeling like there's just too much bullshit, because man, it's easy to get swept away. There's so much stuff going on in the world right now. There's always a lot of stuff going on in the world. It just seems like a heightened space and time right now. When you are overwhelmed by this, call on dove spirit, call out to spirit, and ask for that peace to be bestowed upon you and within you. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I really hope that could help. Oh my gosh, dude, right underneath it is fox spirit. Oh, for another 9, 3 and 9 again. Hey, think on your feet. Juicy. Wow. I didn't see that this was right under there. Foxes. Oh, sometimes I forget about that. Fox is one of my spirit guides. I've seen so many foxes out in the world. And then Jackie Fox came into my life, which was just like a blessing. Emoji King, welcome in. I love you, man. You stay. So fox spirit, think on your feet. Think for yourself and know that you have, you know, community surrounding you as well, that you can bounce these ideas off of, and that you're quick-witted enough to know. And, you know, fox, they're pack animals, and they seem to see from above. You know, like when they're going in to attack their prey, they do this like jumping move, and it's like right from the top. They just jump right on top. They are quick on their feet, and they can see from a higher space. They get a bad rap because they're a predator, right? But they were born that way, you know? So look to fox spirit when things are a little sticky, and look to dove spirit to draw that peace inside yourself. All right, last card of the day we're going to get out from The Universe Has Your Back, because it does. All right, so what do we need to know today? Last message for our best and highest good. For our best and highest good, please and thank you. Thank you so much. All right. For our best and highest good, last message of the day. Please and thank you so much. Yeah, that is it. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. Hummingbird energy. Oh my goodness. Another sync for me on this day. So the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. So we've got the blues and the purples in this hummingbird's wings, and we think about how fast that they move. It's like it gives that downloading energy, and it's like little flits of information from the divine, fleeting in and out so quick. Did you really see it? Was it really there? Rely on your intuition for that. But this is so true. I'll read it a third time before we open the book of answers. If you have questions, okay, let me just, one thing at a time. One last thing. I'll read this one more time. It's just beautiful. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. Boom, right? Our attention is precious. It is our most precious commodity. Okay, so I've got the book of answers here. If you've got some questions, we're going to go for 3. You're welcome to pause this and wait for the answer. If you want to, spend some time cultivating what your questions are, figuring out what they're going to be. So here we go. First question. What's the answer for the first question? It is sure to make things interesting. I always want to know what everybody's questions are after we get the answer, right? All right, second question. What's the answer? Second question. Don't hesitate. Kristen, I love you. All right, third question. Pause it if you need to. What's the answer to our third question, Spirit? It's right here. No limitations. Ooh. Well, dang, I really hope that this could help you today. This has been like an intense confirmation of my own journey, and I hope that it could help you in such a way as well. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you all so much. Padjo, welcome in. Michelle, I don't see you, but if you're here, know that I love you. So yeah, thanks for spending this time with me. I hope you're having a great Valentine's Day. Know that I love you so dearly. And I'm so thankful to my friends and my family. I'm so thankful to YouTube and StreamYard. Technology is my friend. And above all, thank you to the Great Spirit. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of the guides helping me every breath of my life. I love you guys. Mwah. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.